Heard the bad news then, did you?
What bad news?
About Dravosh. Blackthorn's old haunt. With the forge and all that. Well, anyway, the mine's just down the road from there, spewing at ether like no one's business.
And the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. Akashic. Every creature in the area is either turned or on the way to turning, apparently. Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. They need help, and quick. Dorish sent a few curse breakers to keep an eye on things, but there's only so much a couple of scouts can do. Except get eaten. If something ain't done soon, the old place will be overrun.
I won't let that happen.
Didn't think you would.
Does Blackthorn know?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. He'd only do something stupid. You reckon we should tell him?
No. It's better this way.
Yeah, well, I can't stand about knowing what's happening out there, so I'm off. I'll see you in Dravosh.
In the hands of Akashic.
Ah, Sid. Just the man I was hoping to see. Did you have a mo?
Don't tell me. You need more bomb ash.
Oh no, we still got plenty of that left. I'm working on bringing another one of the Chief's designs to life. This time, it's a new smelter. It's got a reverberatory hood over the top for additional thermal amplification and a system of reciprocal recirculatory regenerators that let's just say it gets very blimmin' hot. A heck of a lot hotter than anything Blackthorn's got in his forge, that's for certain. Only mithril engines get hotter, and you can't chuck ore in one of them and get metal out the other end. Trouble is, we won't be able to make out of any old rubbish neither. We need the good stuff. And I hear you once helped Helena get her hands on exactly that. Any chance you could help me too?
If it's for the good of the hideaway, I'd be happy to.
Oh, it is. I promise you.
So, what exactly is this good stuff you need me to find?
We've got a couple of examples here. Spherical echoes, we call them.
More fallen materials. So this smelter is similar to the mithril engine in more ways than one.
That's right. They're a bit like the thermal helms. Fallen ceramics deal with heat like nothing else, see? And what's more, they're directional, transferring heat from the inside to the outside. But these things, they're all outside. If we line the hood with them, they'll reflect the heat right back into the furnace. We've collected as many as we can, and I know where we can get the rest. Trouble is, they're all watched over by their bigger, uglier cousins.
So you want me to visit some ruins, destroy some echoes, and bring back this fizz they're guarding?
That's it in a nutshell. Yeah. We're only 3 short, Mike, and we know exactly where they are. There's one other underway in that ruin they call Lost Plume, and another in the Silent South over in Dalmekia. Last one is in the ruins of Babel, which is in the Empire.
All right then. Wish me luck.
Will do. I'll be keeping all my fingers and toes crossed.
splits.
Covered in nicks and lumps. Come back.
Oh, don't tell me we betrayed.
First thing these days.
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me, but I can speak to her at least. Clive! To what do I owe the pleasure? I just wanted to see how the town's been faring since you brought everyone together.
Since we brought everyone together,
All is absolutely wonderful. Conrad and Natalie's hands remain safely away from each other's throats and firmly at the helm. Our stores are full, and the bandits still too disorganized to raid them. Just as the good Lady Jane and Lord Underhill intended.
You're not. Lubor's going to be one too. They're going to make him the Lord of Dalamil. Because of how he stopped all the grown-ups from fighting.
It's the mayor of Dalamil, dear child, and the vote hasn't taken place just yet. If people wish me to lead them, I shall. And my first act will be to build a school so that menaces like you two learn not to interrupt your elders. Speaking of menaces, maybe a rather worrying one just over the horizon. May there indeed. I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside their differences and presenting a united front might have caught the bandits' attention. And they might have elected to take a similar approach. They have formed what one could call a League of Outlaws, and they grow more organized by the day.
We'll fight them all off just like last time, no matter how many of them there are. Won't we, Lubo?
Of course we will. If we continue to work together, we can overcome any challenge we choose to face. The longer we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be. Until the only way to overcome it might be to run for the hills. Our best hope is to nip these efforts of organization in the bud. By finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause, and ensuring that they never do. Perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be willing to lend us his aid once more? How could I refuse? Thank you, my lord. Victor will fill you in on the particulars. I have him stationed by the desert gate, receiving and collating reports from my scouts. Such an amenable soul. He reminds me of you. I'll go and speak with him.
What's the difference between the Lord and a man? That's easy.
The League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition. Still in Delamere, Victor.
Ah, Sid.
I thought you'd have returned to Cosnus by now.
I did. Then I came back. I've developed something of a fondness for the place. And having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate, it would seem remiss to abandon it to another. A sentiment Master Lumor certainly isn't shy about exploiting. Hence my doing his bidding yet again.
You're not the only one.
What does he want you to do?
He asked for my aid in putting down the bandits. And he said that you might be able to help me find them.
Then you've come at just the right time. I was on my way to speak with Conrad about how to organize our forces. There are more camps in the vicinity than we can safely strike at once. But we must strike together, and we must strike soon at as many camps as we can. We can't give this league of theirs time to rally its forces.
All right. Which camp shall I take?
There's one upriver. Just out there, across the dunes.
Leave it with me.
Everything's back the way it was. Oh, they did it. I do.
If there's one thing I learned,
And the fang fella took my livelihood with it. Won't work here for a miner anymore.
What about the tan hatch? Swinging a sword. We need somebody to bring it home.
Nothing to report.
so it's turned out closer than he knew. Ambrosio won't help me here. Good girl. Welcome back. You deserve a rest. Peace at last. Let's go. Be safe. Let me introduce you to my... things back the way it was.
Where's Ned?
That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Torgal.
That's him! The one who killed Lot and Fingers. Take his head off!
I'd better let Victor know. Sid, where are you?
I see the bandits didn't pose you any trouble.
No, but that's not why you're here, is it?
No. Something's happened. We need you back in Dalimil.
What is it?
The whole town's in uproar. They're saying that Lubor is a bearer.
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits escape, and his escape route took him right through Dalimil. Some of the children spotted him, and he was about to silence them. And when Lubor found him with a bolt of magic, and without a crystal.
But that's not possible.
It is if he's a bearer and has been hiding it all these years, which is what people are saying. If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. No man is branded by choice. Still, all those people see is a man who's lied to them all his life. One who was made a leader of himself when the world believed he should have been a slave.
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here, but I know one thing. Lubor needs all the friends he can get right now.
You're right. now everyone knows. I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. And when that occasion arose, I forgot to reach for it. Well, it was bound to come out sooner or later.
We're sorry, Lubo. We tried to keep running, but we just couldn't anymore.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I rather enjoyed playing the hero for once. All that matters to me is that you two are safe. Look at him talking to his betters like it's nothing.
All lies, I'll wager. Just like the ones he fed us all these years.
Once people make up their minds, it's hard to change them. We need to do something, and quickly. Convince the people not to let their prejudices blind them. Convince them that nothing has changed. That their enemy lies outside these walls, not within them.
You're right. We should speak to everyone.
I'm glad you agree. I'll handle the townsfolk. I'm a downright born and bred. They listen to me. You head to the tavern. Make Conrad and Natalie remember who Lubo really is. They know that Lubo and I are friends. I might not make for the most impartial of interlocutors. Lord Underhill of Randall's League of Merchants, however, is a trusted and impartial mediator of note.
I'll do what I can. Lubo, stay here with the children. I can't promise anything, but we'll try.
And that is all I can ask of you.
Why did he take such
Forgive me for disturbing you, but could I have a moment of your time?
I've seen your face before.
As have I. Lord Underhill, wasn't it? Of the League of Merchants.
That's right. I wanted to speak to you about Lubo.
The rumors that he's a bearer. All true, my friend.
He'll never be not if I have anything to do with it.
But what if it's right? Bearer or no, his steel is highly valued throughout the Republic. In this at least he's done the town a service. They're not having a little leniency.
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us when he was laughing behind our backs all the while.
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied to you. He cannot be trusted.
So what do you propose? Will you drive him from his home? Close his forge?
Perhaps. That is a question for the people of Dalamir. And they will thank you not to get involved.
The townsfolk have made their minds up. There was nothing I could do.
Nor I. Conrad and Natalie refuse to consider anything but their own wounded pride.
You never know. Once their anger is cooled, they might see things differently. For now, we should report back to Lubo.
All right.
Why the hell have Victor taken the bearers? I assume the situation is hopeless.
There's still hope.
But perhaps not in this lifetime. I think it's fair to say.
You mustn't think like that, Lubo. Give them time. They'll come around. You'll talk some sense into them in the end, you'll see.
No, you won't. And your efforts would be better spent elsewhere.
But Lubo...
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie. That a blade is a reflection of the smith who forged it. To yourself be true, that was her point.
Rather
Rather an ironic one, when you consider that her life was taken with the blade of her own making.
But I do not doubt that she was always true to herself and what she believed in, right to the end.
And
So must I be.
I must do what I know to be right, no matter what others might think of me.
And now, I know what that is. I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalamil have something to unite against. For only united can they hope to stand against the threat that awaits them. I'll need to make a suitably dramatic exit, of course.
Don't go, Lubor. You're the only one who's ever kind to us. We'll be all alone. Again.
Trust me, little ones, it is for the best that I go. Not only for the town, but for you, too.
How could it possibly be for the best? These children need you. The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance to change their minds.
It would not take it, Victor. It's over.
Over, you say? And so just like that, you're going to throw this town and these children to the wolves? I thought you were better than this. But it seems you had me fooled as well.
Victor.
Forget it. Do what you will.
You sure you're making the right choice, Lubor? Of those available to me, I believe it's the best one. Yes. But where are my manners? Here. The reward for clearing out that bandit camp. Right then. I have packing to do. If there's anything I can do. Anything. I'll bear it in mind. Thank you. So Dravosh is still standing. For now, at least.
Hi! You're here?
And the Akashic?
Mostly off to the north still. But I spoke to Doris's scouts and it turns out things are worse than I thought. There's swarms of them out there. Told old Snotty to be ready to seal the north gate. That should buy us some time if we need it. Enough for the villagers to barricade themselves inside their homes at least.
Well done.
Welcome back. Sid. I'd never have guessed, you know. Not if all this time had slipped. Who'd have thought that the savior of Prevost would turn out to be the realm's most infamous outlaw? Keen to help us out again?
I am.
Thought you could sneak off without me, did you?
Blackthorn.
Oh, what are you doing here?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. Zoldan. How long's it been? Long enough for us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
Then you ain't here an apology. Prick.
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best. For the village and that.
I did, yeah. But that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, our master, didn't leave the chiefdom to the two of us. He left it to me, the best blacksmith in Dravost, barring himself, of course. Bloody stupid tradition, in my opinion. If someone Someone's got talent. You should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me. So you're wasted half of mine instead. You're what Dravel's needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequences. I may be a selfish prick, but I only did what I felt I had to.
What you had to do was your duty.
Even if it meant we all stopped.
Enough. This is no time for bickering. You can finish beating each other up once Dravoj is safe.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
Yeah. So have I.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck my nose in. Short enough on time as it is. Still, give us a mo, would you? I need to get my head straight before any of them Akashic try to bite it off.
Anyone got a blade? Come and do it. Sharp as edge and draft, guaranteed.
Would you like to see my wares? Certainly. Thank you. May we meet again?
You, ready for the off then?
We can't afford to waste any more time.
Right you are. Might be worth having one last word with the scouts though. Don't want any nasty surprises, do we? Oh, and Blackthorn, you and Zoltan might be better off staying inside the...
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls, and there are more coming up from the mines.
What was I saying about nasty surprises?
They'll wash right over us if we stay out in the open. We're pulling back behind the gates.
Good idea. Get yourselves inside, but keep your weapons handy.
Understood.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Well, let's hope you don't. That's our job. Once the scouts are inside, order your men to barricade the gate. No heroic last stands, hear me? No fighting at all if you can help it.
August's right. I've seen what Akashic beasts can do to armor. The people here are tough and willing, but they ain't equipped to face what's coming.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left. I'll give you as much time as I can.
And if they kill you?
You evacuate. But it won't come to that. I promise.
You'd better be right.
Take good care of Dravoj till I get back.
Leave it to me. And give those things what for, yeah?
Oye Siri, llama a Aire móvil altavoz.
Oh, the question is, did I miss any?
Man alive! You're still in one piece!
I slew as many as I could.
As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot more like it. Well, almost.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall. But we got the bastards, don't you worry.
Good. Though you do know, more will come in time.
In time? Yeah. We can think about them later. Let's get you back inside.
Sid! You're even more fearsome than your reputation. Enough to give those Akashic monsters nightmares. I almost felt sorry for the wretched things. But mostly, I felt grateful. Dravost won't forget what you did today.
I'm afraid I've only delayed the inevitable. There's no getting rid of that ether flood. Meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up clawing at your walls again.
And that's if the flood don't spread. If it does, well, I hate to say it, but the village's days are numbered.
That may be, but we're staying just the same. With ether flood springing up all over, it's no less safe than anywhere, and more importantly, it's our home. We'll fortify the gates to the north, and I'll see that they're guarded day and night.
All right. Then we'll give you a hand shoring up those defenses.
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you turned down one behind you. So, thanks.
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talking it over with you first.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. Though I doubt I'd have listened. I always envied you. How you made everything look so easy when for me it was anything but. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to hate you. And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. But what you said earlier, it was true. You'd have been the death of this place.
Fuck, Lily. Something we can embrace. I hope you see the sense of it eventually. You kept this place alive.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but Dravost isn't what it once was. Our work used to be the pride of Dalmekia. Now, we churn out the same rubbish day after day because it's easy and turns a profit. It's not about the craft anymore. I wouldn't send my sons to war bring the shit most of us must make. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example, but no one sees the point. The average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back to us, Blackthorn. Remind Dravost what a true master blacksmith looks like. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same forge again.
That's a kind offer. kinder than I deserve. And I wish I could accept, but I'm needed elsewhere. There's people who trust their lives to my still, and I daren't let them down.
Fair enough.
But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time to time. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the craft, shall we?
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come calling, yeah?
Knowing him, he'd let you in anyway. Blackthorn. The Master Smith turned outlaw. Back in my good graces. I never thought I'd see the day.
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
It hurt.
Sid, I've got something for you.
And this is?
A token of lasting gratitude. But I'm of a mind to make you a far grander gift. Designs for a certain sword have been passed down from chief to chief generations.
Now hold on, Sultan. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not been a craftsman equal to the task. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel, and I've learned a home and edge Odin would be proud of. But the engravings on that thing are enough to make a jeweler cry. And they're not just for show, either.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravorst in the first place? A certain ring? I knew I'd never surpass you with a hammer and tongs. So I turned my hand to a different kind of metal work. Between the two of us, I'd say we're the equal of any master craftsman ever to have graced a forge.
You know what? I think you might be right. Clive, you wouldn't mind if Sultan came back to the hideaway, would you?
He's more than welcome. As long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Sultan, get your tools. We've got a legend to forge.
Lord Rosfield, is there aught the Undying Light assists you with?
Perhaps. My brother said that your order was helping him with his quest to uncover Ultima's origins. Have you learned anything of note since last we spoke?
Less, I regret.
I see.
Be assured, however, we will not rest until the truth is known. Even now, our archaeologians scour ruins in every corner of the realm for traces of Ultima's touch.
Fallen ruins, I take it. Dating back as far as Phoenix Gate.
Indeed. Ultima's thralls are oft sighted among the remnants of the fallen civilization, as if protecting the secrets concealed within.
Secrets we'd see unearthed.
Should our methods be of interest, my lord, mayhap it would please you to observe some of our number at work.
Would that be possible?
Of course. A survey has been conducted not far from here. Perchance you are familiar with Kretov, a small hamlet built around a fallen airship. I was due to visit my colleagues there to collect their preliminary findings, but if you would consent to do so in my stead, I'm sure that they would be honored to relate any discoveries they have made to you directly.
right. I'll go and meet with them.
They will be most gratified, I am sure. Might I suggest you take the road through Titan's Wake? It will lead you straight to the village after but a short walk.
Thank you. I will.
I wish you a safe journey, my lord. May the Firebird's flames burn ever in your heart.
This is it.
You'll be pleased to know that the negotiations are progressing well.
That is good news.
Yes. Our comrade in Randala has just sent word that the contract should be signed very soon. But I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge undertaking moving this many bearers at once. You couldn't do me a quick favor, could you?
What is it this time? More wild beasts?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask Elle how long they have until the bearers arrive. Find out exactly how much faster I need to get all these supplies moved.
All right. I'll go and ask.
Thanks, Clive. I owe you one.
Don't blame yourself, Elle. This is their fault, not yours. I know, but... no buts about it, all right?
Is something wrong?
Bonnie came to give me a message from our intermediary. The talks with the Republican army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium instead. Though prices have fallen of late, we deliberately offered above the going rate to try and deter other bidders. But the consortium offered double what we did, and the army jumped at the chance.
And you had no opportunity to make a counteroffer?
None at all. And we were so close.
Elle? What's happened? I saw Vonnie leaving. She didn't look happy.
And with good reason.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist was speaking to about the bearers. How did the Consortium even find out about this?
It's not so surprising. They have ears all over the Republic. This isn't over. The Consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually, and at the price they paid, buyers will be few and far between. I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone? You sure that's wise?
Are you offering to be my bodyguard? How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the capital gates. I'll send an owl ahead and request a meeting. You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get everything ready. We've waited far too long as it is. Even if I fail to free these bearers, there will be others. Someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling beasts at bay.
Oh, that's me, is it? Well, it looks like I'm following orders till she gets back from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium, who've been doing their best to undermine our scheme. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She still has plans for Cashlock, even if this one falls through. She means to stay with us then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear it, but is this what she really wants?
You have to trust her.
You're right. It's what she wants now. And if El's off fighting for the cause, I should do my part too. So I bid you farewell and safe travels, my friend. I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. We'll make sure the place is well stocked and defended. You go to Randalar and see if you can stop my sister biting the Consortium's heads off. If she won't consider her prospects, someone has to.
I'll do my best. All right. To Randalar then. I'll keep Eloise waiting. Deserve a rest. I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with the Consortium?
Here they are now.
You wish to consult me?
I did. It's about the bearers we recently purchased from the Fist. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves. And then you stepped into the fray.
You misunderstand. The Consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very first. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggested that the regard was not mutual. And so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done. Come then. How much do you want for them?
Alas, you are too late in Japan. We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise without a purchaser in mind. The bearers belong to him now.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, with any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunks for the voyage over. That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers, not fit for the knackers yard, and treat them like kings. But as long as they pay...
That does sound unusual. No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. Allow me to withdraw my interest. And with it, my interest in joining your organization.
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. But I only have myself to blame. He was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bearers before I did. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit me. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more. And he did just that. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randall.
So you never...
No. I entertained the consortium's proposal solely so I could learn more about those bearers. But I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out. I knew exactly who I was dealing with.
You tried.
I did. And if what he said was true, the bearers are to be well treated. Which is something, at least. They deserved more. I wanted so badly to see them freed.
Eloise! Eloise! Word from Castle. The village is under attack. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head. Theo and the others are trying to hold them off as best they can, but the odds are against them. They need help, and fast.
Theo!
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some men and join you there. Just... make sure he's safe.
Theo. I'm coming.
Hola.
Hola, bicho.
Hola.
Hola, ¿me oyes?
Sí.
¿Qué haces?
Pues estoy de camino.
¿Te estás durmiendo? Porque yo casi.
¿Eh?
Que si te estás durmiendo, que te llamo para que no te para espabilarte.
Pues, a ver, aguanto para llegar, pero es verdad que estoy un poco cansado.
¿Y eso que os habéis quedado tan tarde?
Pues porque no me iba a quedar, o sea, estábamos ahí como paseando y tal, y hemos llegado a su casa, y estábamos ahí un poco como hablando, y le he escrito más y le he dicho que sí iba. Y entonces, claro, tampoco quería ser como muy evidente que me iba porque venía más.
Sí.
Y entonces nada, pues ha venido y ha estado ahí hablando, pero tampoco quería irme en plan, ¿has llegado? Ahora me voy a los 5 minutos.
Ya.
Entonces me he quedado un rato ahí como hablando con ellos y ya he cogido y he dicho, oye, que me voy. Adiós.
¿Y qué tal con Matt?
Bien, es simpático.
Bueno, ¿y qué se contaban?
¿Qué?
¿Y qué se contaban?
¿Más?
Sí, bueno, en general todos.
¿Cómo?
Que todos, en general, que qué se contaban.
Pero he tratado con Auri.
Pues eso, que qué se contaba.
Pues bien, eso que estaba, pues, triste y eso. Pero la he visto mejor de lo que esperaba, o sea, que...
Ya.
De hecho puede hablar de Caigo, ¿sabes? Y... como que... se siente culpable y eso, pero que...
¿Habéis hablado de Alba o algo de lo que le dijo o no?
No.
Nada de nada.
No.
¿Y de mí habéis dicho algo?
¿Qué?
¿Y de mí? ¿Qué habéis dicho?
No especialmente.
Nada de mí.
¿Eh?
Nada de mí.
No especialmente, no sé.
Ah. Qué bien. ¿Y del otro?
No.
¿Qué os habéis contado? No sé, ¿dónde habéis cenado? ¿Dónde habéis cenado? ¿Qué os habéis contado?
Hemos cenado en un sitio que no me acuerdo cómo se llama, Casa Lucas, y estaba muy bueno.
¿Sí? ¿La comida? ¿O Lucas?
La comida.
Muy bien.
¿Y tú qué has hecho? ¿Qué has cenado?
Se pide sushi.
¿Qué has pedido sushi?
Sí.
¿Y a dónde lo has pedido?
Pues al Vulcan este, a donde lo de los baos de pollo.
Ah, ¿y qué compraste?
Bien, aquí están los culeros un poquito.
¿Por qué por culeros?
Pues Elsa es por culera per se.
¿Porque están hablando o algo?
Bueno, hombre.
Ah, ¿por qué es por culera?
Cuando la he ido a sacar sí se ha puesto a ladrar.
¿Qué?
Cuando la he ido a sacar sí se ha puesto a ladrar.
Pero ahora no está ladrando.
No.
¿Tú dónde estás? ¿En el salón o en la cama?
En el salón ahora mismo jugando a la Play.
¿Y te has portado bien?
Bueno, sí, no sé. Y entonces, de lo de ir yo, ¿no ha dicho nada? ¿O sí?
¿De qué?
De lo de ir yo, ¿crees que podía haber ido o no?
¿Has venido tú a dónde?
Allí con vosotras.
¿Eh?
Allí con vosotras.
Pues hombre, no, a la cena y eso no.
Como dijo eso de que no estaba excluido, por lo menos, yo que sé, a lo mejor habría dicho algo.
Me ha cotilleado que Lara tiene un centro de estética y maquillaje en Tres Cantos.
Ah, anda. ¿Dónde?
A la de Televisa, o sea, a la de casa de mis padres.
Anda, ¿de esos de los chinos?
¿Qué?
¿De esos de los chinos? ¿Pero Lara no hizo carrera?
Sí, pero no era feliz. Vamos, yo lo último que sé es eso, que se dedicaba como casi profesionalmente a la maquillaje profesional y la estética y tal.
¿Y vas a ir a que te maquille?
No, obviamente.
¿Y eso cómo lo habéis cotilleado?
Creo que se lo encontró y que vio en plan que tenía un centro de estética que se llamaba Lara Llano, ¿sabes? O sea...
Sí. Pues bien, pues vaya tela. ¿Qué más me cuentas? ¿Qué más me cuentas?
Pues... Pues nada, pues eso. Ya estoy por el goloso.
Vale.
Y que no sé por qué estoy poniendo como el aire, o sea, no estoy poniendo el aire, ¿vale? O sea, está el aire acondicionado en teoría cerrado, pero me está dando frío.
Sí.
Pero está cerrado.
Sí, ya está cerrado, pero está puesto... No sé, a veces eso pasa, yo creo que es así, ¿eh?
¿Cómo que me...? Ah, no, mira, lo he puesto en aire caliente y ahora me trae aire caliente.
Efectivamente, esa es una refería.
¿Qué?
Que a eso me refería, que es así.
Sí, pero está como cerrado el...
Ya, que no debería echar nada.
Sí, justo. Vamos, que no entiendo por qué sale aire si realmente está apagado. Pues eso.
¿Y qué más os habéis contado? ¿Habéis ido de fiesta a algún lado o no?
¿Qué?
¿Habéis ido de fiesta a algún lado o qué habéis hecho?
Que tenemos que ir de fiesta, no. Si yo no puedo beber, entonces ¿qué más me daba?
Ah.
Joder, peta y ahí estoy como... ¡Ostras!
¿Y que estaba también la compañera de piso?
No, estaban solos.
Vamos, que ahora van al fornicio.
Supongo.
Pues bien.
Supongo.
No tienes pruebas, pero tampoco dudas, ¿no?
Efectivamente.
¿No te da envidia?
Supongo lo hace que ya estoy nerviosa.
Bueno, ¿y qué pasa? ¿Cuál es el problema? No es la primera vez. Y podemos jugar.
No sé.
El que no sabe. El que no sabe.
No sé.
El que no sabe. Conmigo.
Bueno, ¿vas a contar algo más?
No sé, ¿qué quieres que te cuente? Que me digas.
¿El qué?
Lo que me digas.
¡Ay, que estoy muerta!
Que soy capaz de hasta las 4 de la mañana de parranda, ahora no te puedes quejar.
Ya. Oye, mañana me encargo yo de los perros, ¿vale? Mañana tarde y noche.
¿Y eso por qué? ¿Te sientes culpable?
¿Qué?
¿Por qué? Porque te sientes culpable.
No, no es lo culpable, porque se saca esta tarde, pero...
¿Qué has hecho para sentirte culpable?
¿Qué es para sentirme culpable?
¿Eh?
¿Qué es para sentirme culpable?
¿Qué has hecho para sentirte culpable?
¿Que no me siento culpable?
Deberías.
¿De verdad?
¿Tus padres has hablado con él? ¿Le has preguntado cómo están?
No, mañana les llamo.
O sea, lo primero que he hecho ya es llamar a tu padre cuando lo ha escrito. ¿En serio? ¿Y eso tampoco te da vergüenza?
Pues eso más.
¿De verdad?
Eso sí.
¿Una mala hija?
Totalmente. No te encuentras mal, ¿no?
No, tengo esto, me encuentro regular, pero a lo mejor es del sueño.
¿De qué?
Me encuentro regular, pero a lo mejor es del sueño.
Puede ser.
Y de que necesito un Vladimir.
Ah.
Y te estoy esperando.
Ajá.
¿Lo estás esperando? ¿Ya estás entrando? Nada, muerto. Enemigos derrotados. ¿Me cuentas algo o no?
¿Qué?
¿Me cuentas algo? ¿Qué se contaba
Pues...
Ori? ¿Qué se contaba Ori?
No sé. Más o menos lo mismo que ya sabía antes, pero...
¿Pero?
No, es que no he querido sacarle el tema de trabajo.
Ya.
Ni tampoco, pues eso. El psicólogo y cómo estaba y tal.
Ya.
A ver si un día la llamo y...
De sexo habéis hablado. De sexo habéis hablado.
No sé.
Eso sí.
No, no, ¿qué va?
¿Me has estado contando qué?
pues que nada, pues nada, no sé, no me ha contado nada.
¿Qué me ibas a contar que te has echado atrás?
Que no sé, que es no sé, cualquier chorrada. Que da igual, que no sé si mañana te cuento, pero es que no ha habido mucho que contar, de verdad.
¿De sus relaciones extrañas? ¿De sus relaciones extrañas?
No, ¿por qué relación extraña?
No sé, de que si ha tenido relaciones de estas abiertas con otros y esas cosas, yo qué sé.
Con Matt, no sé.
No, con Matt,
principio...
con Matt no, con los otros.
¿Qué otros?
¿No decías que tenían una relación abierta?
Sí, pero no sé, ellos sabrán, ¿sabes?
¿Y qué? ¿Te admiran mucho con esa falda y esas piernas tan bonitas?
No.
No, tú vas preciosa, anda, no me lo creo.
Solo me mirarías tú.
Ya. Sí, seguro que hoy vas más guapa que ahora.
No sé.
Sí. Ha tenido que flipar el Matt. Dice, qué amiga más buena tienes.
Sí, ¿verdad?
¿Y te has sentido a gusto?
¿Qué?
¿Te has sentido a gusto?
Pues...
Como decías que no te veías segura con lo de la faldica.
Sí, no sé, no me he sentido mal, la verdad. Sí. Es que, ¿sabes lo que pasa? Que como este verano, creo que este verano sobre todo y el anterior es como que por fin me he quitado, llaman a cojones, ¿sabes? Que con 29 años sea cuando realmente me importa una mierda que la gente me vea en...
Los complejos, ¿no?
Bueno, a ver, no es que me los haya quitado, porque me sigue, ¿sabes? Como dando un poco de desconfianza tener que ir con eso, los pantalones cortos. Pero como que lo tengo como un poco más asumido, o sea, antes era como que no quería que, no, por favor, o sea, si un día me ponía pantalones cortos, no encontrarme con nadie que conociera.
Ya.
O sea, podía ir con pantalones cortos, pero siempre era si estaba, yo qué sé, vale, la playa, que es evidente que vas a ir así, o en el extranjero, o cuando me iba a hacer en plan, pues eso, de vacaciones, lo que sea. Pero no en Tres Cantos, en mi vida. Ahora te veo, voy a subir. Hasta ahora.
So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life. He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer, in more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before he could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing England's like home from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than that. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time. How much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family business instead.
¿Y qué? ¿Te ha invitado a Aureo a cenar? ¿De las cenas que te debe? ¿Te has invitado tú? A ver, qué guapa va esta tía, qué buena. Así me pasa la página. Pensando en... ¿Te imaginas que me están escuchando por internet?
How could I even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
Dame un momento y me voy contigo. Que tenemos asuntos
He'd
pendientes.
always been grateful to you for saving him. And that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue.
La cámara que has hecho con ella.
And you always would have.
¿Eh? La cámara.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo, why did you have to... I know Theo wanted me to move on. I stay here with the Crimson Caravans to continue our work. We can make a difference here. We can help people. Save them. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll carry on doing what we do. Ensuring that goods, people, bearers get where they need to be. Bringing smiles to people's faces just like we always have. And to Theo's. Wherever he is. This is the life I have chosen. The life I will always choose.
I've made a choice of my own. To continue helping you however I can. Whenever you need it.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together then. For Theodore.